From family events to volunteer opportunities to community happenings, there is a lot going on in your community. Learn about all the possibilities and opportunities on this episode of Community Hotline.
Hi, and welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel. We're here at Metro East Community Media, and today we're going to be talking with Ann Potter of the Multnomah County Animal Services. Before we talk to Ann, don't forget that Community Hotline is also on Facebook, and we have our own blog, so be sure and like us on Facebook. While you're at it, you can like the Multnomah County Animal Services too. I'm a friend of yours on Facebook. So
Yay.
Ann, welcome.
Thank you.
So good to have you back.
It's so good to see you.
It's been a little while since you've been here.
It has.
I have to ask you though, what's with the glasses? You don't usually wear glasses like that, and from what I can tell, there are no lenses in the glasses.
Well, it's all a part of my new hipster look, which, by the way, I had to actually search on the internet to find out what that was.
What exactly that was.
But it apparently involves black glasses.
Black glasses, yes. I
Right.
do have a few hipster friends and cousins, actually, who would look totally at home in those.
Well, then they should come out to the shelter this weekend and be around other hipsters.
Okay, so what's going on at the shelter this weekend?
Okay, so you've heard of Portlandia, right?
Yes, the very popular TV show and the statue downtown.
Okay, well,
But
our
you're talking
event
about
has
the-
nothing to do with the statue.
I figure you're talking about the TV show, which is a very fun TV show.
It is, and
Yes.
in that same spirit, we're having an all-day adoption event called Petlandia.
Ah, I love it.
I know,
Okay,
kind of
okay.
fun. So every year for the last 3 years, we've had an adoption event that's been the toga party.
Right, you did that last year, right?
That's right,
Yeah.
and you were so kind to let me come on and talk
Yeah,
about it then.
yeah.
But, you know, after 3 years, it gets a little stale, so Petlandia came to
good.
mind.
I love it,
and
I
so
love it.
We're going to spend the day trying to get people to put a dog on it, put
a
a cat on it.
I love it. I love it. So, okay, along with your hipster,
Yes.
outfit, yeah, I noticed.
Am I supposed to be cooler or something?
You are very cool, Ann.
Okay,
But you're
there we
always cool.
go.
But I noticed there's a tattoo that I have not seen before. Can we get a close-up maybe of this lovely tattoo? This is the Petlandia tattoo with a dog and cat, both with glasses on like yours.
That's right.
Multnomah
That's right.
County Animal Services. That is awesome.
And we borrowed the little banner. And these guys have been completely kind to us. They gave us 2 full-size posters that are signed by the characters, by the actors on the show.
Really?
And in fact, Carrie adopted a dog from us.
Oh, she did? How cool.
And you know what's even cooler is that I had fostered that dog.
Oh,
so
you did?
I feel like a connection to
Oh,
Carrie.
wow. See, you are really cool now.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
You are so hip.
I'm gonna go on Facebook about it.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you
So-
should. Now, you were telling me this tattoo, which I assume will be available at the event?
Absolutely. This, and we're also having a henna tattoo artist come out.
Oh, very fun.
Trying to be in keeping. We're going to have vendors out there. We're going to have live music, a food cart, a coffee cart, stickers so you could put a bird on it, put a dog on it.
Love it,
But
love
the
it.
biggest thing, obviously, is that we're going to have adoptable animals. Because this is as much fun as it is and educational, family filled as it's supposed to be. It's really all about trying to make room in the shelter during the time of year that we're the most full.
So tell me about that. Tell me how is the shelter doing right now? I mean, I know kitten season is really amazing. I mean, it's just like there's kittens coming out your
everywhere.
ears.
Yeah.
What about the dogs? You have tons of dogs?
Yeah, this happens every year. It's a little bit later this year, the kitten season part. But what happens is that kitten season raises the population of cats, just as the fireworks raise our population of dogs.
I was wondering if that's
what
was.
And people go on vacation, and house sitters lose pets, and all of these factors come in together to make the shelter super
Crowded.
full.
Yeah, very crowded, yes.
Really crowded. And since we're the county shelter, we can't turn away strays. So as they come in, we have to keep taking them. So the whole event is about trying to free up space so that we can keep taking them.
Yeah, you don't want them all crowded in there and miserable and
No.
So you have a lot of good dogs and cats and other animals to be adopted out. What else do you have besides dogs and cats?
Well, right now we've got maybe 6 rabbits, a bird, a dove. Occasionally we get all kinds of critters in there.
Reptiles?
Yeah, we get reptiles. We try to send them to reptile rescue as fast as we can.
Yeah, please go.
Yeah, we get an assortment. About 5 years ago, I was cleaning kennels and we actually had a small alligator in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
until we could get it to rescue. It's kind of weird. It opened up a dog kennel and
there's an alligator there.
It's full of sawdust and a little pool and a heat lamp, and you're like, I don't know. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's pretty fun. But the other thing that's really fun, I know that you brought this up a couple of weeks ago on your hotline, the community event is Troutdale Summerfest.
Right. They're going to be July 16th, which is the same day as Petlandia.
Same
so
day.
Is that going to detract from each other?
Oh, no. We're all collaborating. We're one big happy community.
Good.
So we are in their parade, and we're going to have shelter dogs, but we're only going to pick pit bulls out of the shelter, and it's going to be a Pitties in Pink parade. Yeah. So they're going to have like fairy wings and tutus.
Oh, how adorable.
And all the volunteers are wearing pink and hula skirts. And,
how cute.
Yeah. So we'll start off the day at 11 o'clock. That's when the parade starts. And then we got the Oregon City Trolley running people back and forth from downtown Troutdale to the shelter.
Oh, so you're borrowing the trolley for the event. Oh, how fun.
I think it's
that's
great.
That'll be really fun.
I'm excited.
I love the pit bulls in pink.
Pitties in
Pitties
pink.
in pink. That's great. When people, I know pit bulls have such a horrible reputation, and I've had a pit bull Rottweiler mix. It was the best, gentlest dog I ever had in my life. I mean, he was awesome, and he was totally awesome.
Yeah.
And but you're not going to have any. You're not going to adopt out any dog that you haven't checked out and
right.
You know.
All of our dogs go through a temperament test,
Yeah.
and volunteers have handled them all.
Right.
A lot of them will have come in from foster homes.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time with our dogs, so we have a pretty good idea, at least how they are in an environment as stressful as the shelter.
Right. Which is going to bring out something different in any dog, I'm sure.
Yeah, so they could go home and you can get different behaviors, but we have a good sense.
Yeah.
And we're really good at matching.
I bet you are.
Really,
I bet you are.
A few hundreds of dogs later, you start to get a sense of things like that.
So what kind of dog did Carrie, is it Bronstein or what's
Yeah, Bronstein.
Something, yeah. What kind of a dog did she get?
I can't even believe I fostered it because it's such a desirable dog, and I usually bring home the harder ones. But it was a big puppy, like a 35-pound, 3-month-old puppy.
Oh my goodness.
We are guessing Old English sheepdog mix.
Oh, how cute.
So she still has it.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Because I had heard that she had adopted from us, so I looked up her record. I was like, oh my gosh, I made notes on this dog.
Good, and that's so helpful. Well, you're the volunteer coordinator right now, but you used to be the foster care coordinator. Is that right? Or
when I didn't get paid, that's what I did. I was the dog foster coordinator.
Okay.
And then now there's another volunteer who doesn't get paid for being the dog foster coordinator. She's awesome.
Well, so tell people if somebody's interested in fostering an animal, because obviously if you have so many animals in the shelter, not only do you need to adopt them out, but you probably need people fostering the animals too.
Yeah.
So tell people what that's about.
Well, I'll tell you, obviously we have dog fosters, but we also have cat fosters, and one of our highest need programs is also the easiest fostering gig in the world.
Okay.
It's if a cat goes into our cattery, a lot of times in a stressful environment, they'll get sick. They'll get upper respiratory infection.
Yes, they're very prone to those.
Right, and it's basically a cold. It's not a terrible thing, but they can't get better as long as they're stressed. So as long as they're staying in the shelter, no matter how many antibiotics we give them, we can't get them better. Okay. So our big push is to get foster homes that will take this cat with a cold, essentially, home for 2 weeks, give it antibiotics, and then at the end of the time, we'll check it, and it'll 90% of the time it's well, and it can come back and be adopted back out of the cattery.
Yeah.
So it's
cats
2 weeks.
Cats are easy.
And if you have another cat home, yes, it's contagious. But if you can keep this cat separate in a large bathroom, a utility room, a spare bedroom, it literally saves the life of a cat. It costs you 2 weeks. It is the best thing going. It's an easy foster program.
Yeah, it's easy. It's worth it. It make you feel good about yourself.
It does, yeah. And it helps.
And
It
give it a
really
little
helps
love
lot.
while it's there too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the deal, huh?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry.
So
anyway, you can find out about volunteering or fostering on our website.
Okay.
Everything's driven through our website at the multcopets.org.
Yeah, that's a good
You guys
website.
still have that on.
Yeah. I think we'll have that up on our screen so people will know how to find you. But it's a good website, and I go on there sometimes just to look at the dogs and cats that are up for adoption. It's like,
I do
I want that one. I want that
in
one.
there,
I
right.
know there's some great ones.
Yeah.
So what is the time of the Petlandia event?
Oh, it starts at 11 o'clock and it goes until 8 p.m. this year.
Oh, okay. So it'll go pretty late.
It's pretty late. We'll do adoptions right up until the last minute. My personal goal is that we clear out the kennels and the
Good luck with that, Ann.
Yeah.
But that's a very
I'd settle
worthy
for
goal.
40 or 50 animals.
That would be
make me
wonderful.
so happy, and everybody's so happy.
So people can bring the whole family out.
Yeah, and I think they can have a lot of fun, and they can learn a lot. In our education piece this year, we're going to have the Feral Cat Coalition coming out and talking. We've got a couple of pit bull groups coming out talking. We've got the ASAP, which is the Animal Shelter Alliance of Portland. You can do a whole show on that, how everybody's collaborating. They're coming out. We'll have an officer out.
Like
lots of information.
An animal control officer.
We'll stand and talk to people and answer questions, show the truck, and wear the uniform.
Nice.
Maybe the hipster glasses.
Yeah, they're really you, Ann.
Yeah.
So what all is going to be on there? You have the adoptions, you have all this information. Did you say you have food and beverages too?
Yeah, we have vendors.
Who will be providing. People can.
We have music. We have K103's coming out from 11 to 1.
They've been a good partner with you, haven't they?
They've been really good to us. We do Wet Nose Wednesday every Wednesday morning, and so I was able to go on this morning.
Good.
Talk about Petlandia, but it's kind of fun because we'll have a DJ. His name is DJ Nikon, or what is it? DJ Nikon.
Nikon. Okay.
Yeah, and then we have a bluegrass group called Whistling Rufus, and then we have kind of an alternative rock group called Nee McKee. So
fun. A little variety there.
A lot of variety.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so bring the kids, 11 to 8, and this is in Troutdale.
Play with the trolley, go back and forth. That's what I love.
Nice. That makes it very convenient. So people can go to the Troutdale Summerfest, which after the parade will be at Glen Auto Park.
Right.
And they can catch the trolley there at Glen Auto Park and come back, or they could come out to your facility. Do you have a lot of parking there? I've been there before, and I mean several times, but I'm trying to remember if
we don't have a lot.
Is it better for them to start at Glen Auto?
Probably.
You think? And then head out the other
way?
way?
But we're making space. Volunteers and staff are all going to park off-site.
Yeah, this takes a lot of volunteers to pull this off.
Oh my gosh, the volunteers are the best. There's no way we do this without volunteers.
Yeah.
But it's because if you volunteer there, it's because you have your heart.
You have a passion for the animals.
Yeah. It's not what would you call it? It's not a flashy volunteer job. It's a heartfelt volunteer job.
Well, and what are some of the other volunteer opportunities you have at Multnomah County Animal Services?
We have a couple of new things coming up that are pretty fun. One is that we're collaborating with it's a shop called Personal Beast on Stark, and we're
out this way in East County, or
I want to say around 82nd and Stark, so close in.
Yeah, so instead of Personal Best, it's Personal Beast.
Yes, exactly.
Very cute. I'm very quick that way.
You are good. I actually never put that together. I was always like, Personal Beast? Is it Beast? Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming, Personal Best,
It
Personal
probably
Beast.
is.
You know, like I used to coach track, so we always, encourage them to, achieve your personal best. You may not beat anybody else, but if you did better than last time, that was your personal best.
That's right.
So.
Well, I bet you that's what it is.
I'm just guessing.
But anyway, we're sending volunteers there because they're starting to take cats from us that we can adopt at.
Nice.
We've been at PetSmart on Eastman Parkway forever. We're trying to start a new program where we go out into the community and educate people about spaying and neutering cats.
So
And
important.
I
So
know,
important.
I know, because that's the problem.
The kitten
cats.
issue, and dogs too, but the kitten overpopulation in the summertime that is so crazy wouldn't be.
It just keeps climbing.
It's just, if people would spay their animals and neuter their animals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The cat's a huge problem. That's what that ASAP Animal Shelter Alliance of Portland has been concentrating on, getting them spayed and neutered. And in fact, I wasn't thinking of this, but tomorrow we'll have our 10,000th spay or neuter.
Wow.
Will be coming actually into MCAS.
Is that right?
Yeah. So we've been all working together, trying to get, we're trying to do 10,000 a year.
Do they get a free one when they get to the 10,000?
Well, essentially, they're almost all free in a way. I mean, they're $10 if you can pay the copay, because it's being funded through a grant through Maddie's fund.
And there's really no excuse for not doing it.
Well,
I mean,
people need to be educated, I think. I think if you really know how many cats are in the shelter, we get more than 5,000 a year.
Jeez.
That's a lot of cats, and that's just
huge.
one place.
Yeah,
So
that's huge. Yeah, and there's so many other places, I mean, that people can take
there's
the
a
animals.
big problem.
Yeah, there sure is. There's a lot of places that cater just to cats, and
Right.
no-kill shelters and the humane societies and places like that get, equal
Inundated.
amounts. Yeah, it's huge. And when you figure out, I mean, I've read some of the statistics. You take one cat who's not spayed, and
Right, and
it
so
has
on,
3
and
litters,
so
and
on,
it's like,
and so on.
it's just amazing.
Well,
it's exponential.
exactly. I think that one of the problems is that kittens can actually get pregnant before people even think
that they can possibly get pregnant. So they can be spayed at what, 8 weeks? Or is it earlier than that?
I don't know how old it is.
Or is it by weight?
It's by weight. It's
Okay.
about 3 pounds, which
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
is probably
Close to that.
around 8 to 10
Yeah.
weeks. Maybe it's a little
so
older,
important.
but-
It's so important.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember
It's
when I
big.
was a kid, it's like you should let your cat have 1 litter. That's what they used to
And
say.
that's what happened. This is
Yeah,
what happens
and this
from
is
that.
the
And we've done
fallout
a
from
pretty
it.
good job, I think, as a society, spaying and neutering our dogs. The dog population tends to have plateaued over
Right,
the years
right.
for everybody.
Yeah.
But the cat population.
It's just nuts.
It is
Yeah,
nuts.
It is nuts.
So, hopefully, if you adopt, then almost everybody spays and neuters now.
Yeah. Now, are your animals spayed and neutered before they go out?
Yes.
They are.
They
Okay.
absolutely are, and microchipped and licensed
Thank
and
you.
all of their shots, and
Yes.
they are good to go.
Good.
But if you get that free kitten off of Craigslist, for example,
It's probably not gonna
please spay and neuter it.
And if you can't
because-
afford it, then call. And there are coupons you can get. There's,
Absolutely.
you guys have
Go to our website. We've
Yeah.
got resources to
Yeah.
show you how to
it's
get them done.
so worth it.
Yeah.
Good. So Petlandia, we're almost out of time. So
Petlandia.
Petlandia
Okay.
this weekend, July 16th, 11 to 8 at Multnomah County Animal Services in Troutdale. You
That's
can
right.
go to the Troutdale Summerfest at Glen Auto Park.
That's right.
Go to the parade first if you want to.
Pitties in pink.
Pitties and what? Sure, pitties and pink. Oh my gosh, that's just worth it to go to just for that.
It really is going to be.
Yeah, and you better have some pictures on your website.
Well,
of that.
aren't you guys filming it?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So yes, Metro East
We
is
better have
filming
some
it.
pictures on your
Yeah,
website.
I'm going to tell them to make a special effort to catch those pit bulls, little pitties in pink, and get those on the air.
That's right.
And so then after that, they can take the trolley over
That's
to
right.
Multnomah County
And
Animal Services.
we have raffle prizes. So
Awesome.
Come on in. And
Okay,
win a prize.
wonderful. Thank you, Ann, so much
Thank
for being on the
you.
show. We'll look forward
Love
to it,
being
and
here.
we'll see you again soon.
That'd be great.
Okay, thanks for
Monica.
watching this segment of Community Hotline. Don't go away. We have the East County Windwalkers who will be on soon to tell us what they've got going on in the community. So we'll be right back. Remember, you can take part in the discussion online. Visit our blog and tell us about your experiences at communityhotline.wordpress.com. And don't forget to take a look at our Facebook page, too. You can see what's going on behind the scenes, find out about fun contests we're running, and link to some of the great organizations that have been on at facebook.com/communityhotline Metro East. See you online.